My low IQ brother insulted my newborn baby, so we're refusing to attend his wedding, which has caused our family to explode. So my brother, 32 meters, has always been rude to me, 34 meters, for as long as I can remember. When I first met my wife, 33 feet, 5 years ago, he started to be rude to her as well and made fun of her because she's not as educated as him. His fiancée came into the scene around a year ago and she was no different, making fun of my wife for not being as educated as them too. It was a big issue, lot of fights in my family because of the things they said about my wife, and my parents told us to forgive them. Fine, we did. Last week, my brother was again making fun of me while we were at a friend's place. I let it slide and just laughed it off because I'm just used to it at this point. After a while, I had enough and made a comment about his appearance. He immediately became angry and started making fun of our newborn, 2 months young, in front of everyone, including his fiancée. I lost it. I swore at him and yelled at him. One of our friends told him to apologize and of course he didn't. His fiancée didn't tell him to apologize or stop. I told our parents that I have no interest in talking to him or his fiancée and that my wife, our baby and I are not attending the wedding. Now my parents are telling us to attend, what will people think if we aren't there, and so on. He still hasn't said sorry and instead is saying I'm at fault because I made fun of him. I want to know what outsiders think. Would it be too far to not attend their wedding? Update 1. For those of you saying this is a made-up story, it is not made up. This really happened and I wish I were making it up. We went over to my parents' house last night. My brother was there as well. My parents started telling me to just move on and forget about it, that my brother has told them that he is sorry for what he said, and that he says he made a mistake. I told them, how can I just forget about it? And if he was as remorseful as you guys are saying, then he could have apologized to my family and me, but he has not and it has been over a week at this point. My brother says he made fun of my baby because I made fun of him. I tell him, I responded back to you, and even if I made fun of you first, your automatic response is to make fun of the baby, and not me? You think you're justified in making fun of my baby, for no reason? He literally agreed and thought that was justified. My parents didn't tell him to stop. I then ask him, so if I made fun of your baby when you have one, would that be right? Would I be justified? He doesn't answer. I ask him about this 3 more times, he doesn't respond. That let me know that no, if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't be justified. Then my brother says that he will apologize to me, if I apologize to him first. My parents tell me to apologize to him. Why would I ever apologize for making fun of him with a comment about him, when he was making fun of me for hours, until I snapped and responded back, and his automatic response was not to make fun of me back, but to insult my newborn. I ask them to explain why they think I need to apologize to him first, when I don't think I'm in the wrong here. They don't explain and instead start calling me a sissy, useless, and many more names. My mom thinks this is normal as families always fight, and they make up. I agree, families do fight, siblings have arguments among themselves, but they don't stoop so low and start making fun of babies or children, for no reason at all. It's a damn baby. At this point I'm pissed. I tell them what I think of them as grandparents, how they are faulting me for sticking up for my baby and not tolerating him making fun of my baby. I tell them, if you think I'm wrong for sticking up for my baby, then why don't you guys call Dad's brother, and apologize to him? Side note, a few years ago, we found out Dad's brother was spreading false rumors about my brother, and my parents haven't talked to him since. I tell them Dad's brother has emailed, said sorry, that he was wrong, so why don't they call him, apologize and make up? Dad starts calling me an asshat, sissy, and all kinds of names. I respond back, that I am just following their line of thought. At this point, I knew this wasn't going to be resolved, so my wife and I left. My brother hasn't apologized and I will never apologize and that's where we stand now. I still can't believe that I am being labeled at fault for this mess. How can I be at fault for not tolerating him making fun of my baby? How can I be at fault for not wanting to apologize to him? I don't think I owe him an apology. If he can dish it, then he should be able to take it. He shouldn't have responded with making fun of my baby and that too in front of multiple people. I never thought that my family would think it's okay to make fun of a newborn. Update 2. Wow, just wow. Dad called, I answered. He asks if I'm going to be at the wedding. Told him, no, why would I go after everything? He says, so you want everyone to know about this? I didn't respond. He then says to me, I hope you end up on the streets. What a kind father. How can he say that? I asked him exactly that and he responds with, yeah, I hope you end up on the streets. Imagine wishing your own children to live on the streets. Over this situation. I hung up. This is just too much for me. I have no interest in talking to any of them. Thanks for all your help, guys.